Today I woke up and chose violence. This series just had to keep going, and I realised the only way that I could possibly do it justice is to possibly annoy some of Warcraft's biggest names. I mean, chances are they're probably not going to see this anyway, right? So while I ruin the chance of any future collabs, it's time for you to sit back, relax, and join me on the journey to discover the player behind the favourite WoW creator, Dragonflight Edition. God, that was a mouthful. Asmongold and WoW are as popular a duo as Peanut Butter and Jelly, Rum and Coke, and Princes and White Bands. Often known as Zach Ra Where's My Backy on Twitch, he is known for his great achievements like having a lifetime supply of McDonald's cups, and the discovery that at a certain point in time you physically cannot get any more dirty when you stop showering. The science experiment nobody needed, but we got anyway. People expect that the fan base would use this to bully him. Well, yes, but they're more focused on something else. One of WoW's biggest questions is what will die first, Asmongold's hairline or the game? It's a question as big as doors and wheels itself. Now what does this mean about Asmongold's viewers? Well, if you know anything about Asmongold's viewers, you would know that, well, they pretty much spend their entire time bullying him in his Twitch chat. And if they want to keep doing it, then they've got to really keep themselves in check if they want to remain on this high and mighty pedestal they put themselves on above him. That's right, these guys shower a minimum of 4 times a day. They buy online scam products in hope to forever keep their hairline intact. And they always wash their hands, even if they have a clean dick. Which is weird, right? Because why would you wash your hands if you got a clean dick? Also, as sort of like a final notes to add, during my research on the big guy, according to Google, he's not such a big guy after all. Do what you will with that information. Nixxiom is a WoW creator who is well known for his WoW machinima series called the Warlock. Oh, sorry, I read that wrong. His lack of his WoW series called the Warlock. If I've learned anything from moving into uni with my 2 WoW playing flatmates, it's that every player knows his iconic characters, the level 58 Death Knight and the Ishnu guy. Imagine that being one of your first conversations with your new friends. Realistically, it's probably one of the weirdest experiences I'm ever gonna have. Actually, probably not, I'm half Welsh. He's also very well known for his insanely popular videos like the top 10 idiots of WoW and what your WoW main says about you, which is completely different to the player behind the class, I swear. So what can we say about the Nixxiom fans? Well, from one of my flatmates running around all year screaming about bare asses at any given moment, usually unprompted, I'm starting to believe that Nixxiom may have brainwashed them all to be walking advertisement for him. Which, you know, hats off to the guy, I think that's a brilliant business strategy, even if they do turn out to be a little bit mental. Taliesin is well known for dressing like Barney Stinson, his ability to identify and explain some of WoW's biggest shit shows, and using his powers for evil by using this southern accent to get American girls. Because according to pop culture, American girls just can't resist posh English accents. Honestly, I think I'm just going to take the dub on this one and run. Obviously, you can't talk about Taliesin without Evertail. The two of them together have for years been making the popular WoW series the Weekly Reset, or the bi-monthly Reset as of late. They're also pretty active on Twitter, making frequent posts most days that I have zero idea what the context is for, and I just don't understand what they're on about. I mean, I understand Twitter's supposed to be, you know, quite vague and out of context, but like some of these are just complete and utter lies. Like, who the hell loves to be Welsh? If I've learned anything about my experience being half Welsh, it's that no one has Welsh pride. And I'm proud to say it. When it comes to their fans, well, they're just a bunch of deceivers themselves. They disguise themselves as people who yearn for WoW news and lore, but really all they want is a big, lanky, well-dressed British guy to look at. Which is funny really, because that's how a lot of people tend to describe me. Well, if you take away the well-dressed part and just put dickhead there, I guess. Oh, you know me, of course I'm not going down the self-deprecation angle. I know everybody loves me. In fact, if you're not subscribed, you're gonna do so right now. You know, because you love me so much. And if you don't, I'm gonna go get Nixxiom to come mind control you into doing it. RageDarling is primarily known for her WoW streams and her unique get-ups. She primarily dresses up as a barbarian, but recently has been spotted in some interesting costumes like Beldelphine's Welsh cousin, and what can only be called my new sleep paralysis demon. Of course, the thing these last 2 costumes share in common is that they can only be purified with fire. Her main achievement in life is that she's escaped Wrexham without stabbing someone or being stabbed. However, due to recent squash-related tweets, I am now fearing that may change. Look, I know most of you only know Nixxiom for Ryan Reynolds, aviation, and the football team, but those of us nearby know how dangerous its locals truly are. Not even the toughest teens from South Ends can match these psychos. So while I fear for the future, let's figure out what her viewers are like. Well, to start, her viewers are very brave, as they themselves partake in a little bit of bullying. Community. It would really
I have add-ons!
Then again, it might be
Stop adding me! I have add-ons!
I mean, I can't be bothered learning the mods, so
I have add-ons!
Yeah, sure you do. In all seriousness though, it might just be that the viewers themselves are actually the psychos when looking at this tweet. I mean, seriously, dude, I was about to eat, you sick fuck. All in all, I think it might just be safer if we all just stay away from all these psychos before something bad happens. JediWarlock is another WoW creator that recently hit the spotlight. His series where he swam around different parts of Azeroth and, well, flew around the Outland is what he's primarily known for. Well, that and somehow being completely accentless. I mean, my guy, you'd make an excellent Alexa. Publicly, we don't really know a lot about the guy, but what we do know is that his content is more on the serious side, using facts, knowledge and logic. So, you know, the exact opposite of mine. What he is doing that's similar to me is he's milking his successful series about as hard as I am. But you know what they say, the game's the game. I think the best way to describe his audience is like house cats. His audience is the smart house cat that sits in the corner, listening to your conversations, learning your every moves, figuring out when the best time is to strike.
And then in one swift move, they will take away your entire future.
Whereas, you know, my audience is probably the cats that fall off fridges and eat magnets. What I'm trying to say is, his audience is probably pretty smart, whereas my audience just wants to come in and see how many terrible jokes I can make in 10 minutes. But I wouldn't have it any other way. Sticking with the theme of the more serious WoW content creators, we have Bellular. He's known for his consistent uploads of WoW news, and at surface level the guy doesn't seem to have an evil bone in his body. This leads me to believe that behind the scenes he's probably just evil. Then again, that's what people said about Mr. Beast, yet he's literally fed more people than Jesus. And that's all the Christians unsubscribing? Either Bellular truly is a nice WoW news guy, or he's got something evil planned. Unfortunately, only time will tell. When it comes to his viewers, well, these guys again are there for knowledge. And my god, they're so thirsty for it, Bellular has to upload more consistently than anyone. I mean, hell, maybe that's his evil angle. He made an audience so thirsty for his content that he absolutely rakes it in. Pure genius, Bellular. Pure genius. I'd love to get him in a room and just ask how he does it. Well, if I didn't think his evil side would come out and he'd, you know, try and murder me. Thank you guys for watching. I know there's obviously a lot of creators I've left out, so maybe one day I can use this to, you know, milk this series even further. And I'll leave a link to a Q&A community post in the pinned comments as well for my next video. It's going to be more of a personal video, so ask me anything. Or if somehow you still haven't had enough of my shit yet, you can click on this video here to find out how useless your spec is.